Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way, from birth to graduation, your first job to your home, and your car through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and programs, including financial literacy quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso program, junior cooperatives in secondary schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
This is the GBN Television News for today, Wednesday, June 17th, 2020. I'm Beverly Telesford.
And I'm Odette Campbell. Coming up in the news this evening, July 1 announced as the official date for airport reopening.
Grenadians stuck in New York on their way back in this weekend. Government seeking more assistance for bus operators. And coming up in sports, Shea Hope aims to improve numbers in Test cricket.
And around the globe this evening, activists calling for the tearing down of Christopher Columbus statue in Trinidad and Tobago.
And Beijing raises COVID-19 alert level after new outbreak.
We'll bring you details of these and other stories right after this message.
Hi, I'm Francis Urias Peters. I'm a good listener, and K105 has always been a great source of education and entertainment. Now, while the station name may have changed over the years, it has always provided valuable information which enabled me as a playwright to document and to celebrate our history, our behavior, and our achievements. K105 is my choice. It's the national station.
Is the government under pressure by international airlines to reopen the Maurice Bishop International Airport by a specific date? Well, the question is being asked following reports that regional leaders are being threatened by some of the international airlines. It's been said in some quarters that failure to resume operations could result in some of these airports being excluded from rotation until November. GBN's Christelina John has been following this development, and she sends us this report.
Without directly addressing the accusation that government bowed to pressures from international airlines to reopen the country's airport to commercial flights, Foreign Affairs Minister Peter David, speaking on GBN's To The Point program, says in reality the country's borders cannot remain on lockdown forever.
It's a difficult balance. You know, if all of the region opens up, and you look at Antigua's already opened up, Barbados is opened up, St. Vincent is opened up, all of these countries are opening up, then it would be foolhardy of us to believe that we can remain, isolated from the rest of the world. So we have to face the reality that even if we just open up regionally, it's really an international open up. So what we are doing is collaborating with our regional partners to ensure that all of us have these protocols, so that Barbados is safe, and St. Vincent is safe, and Antigua is safe, and St. Lucia is safe. Because if all of them open up, and then we have Liat and other regional airlines flying through Grenada, it's not just passengers from Barbados and so on. We're getting passengers out of the United Kingdom and other hotspots now.
And as preparations are being made for the reopening of the MBIA, Minister David confirmed that both regional and international commercial passenger flights will be facilitated. With COVID-19 still an imminent threat, the minister was asked about plans to facilitate the heavy traffic of passengers.
Coming up, now, after July 1st, it is nearly impossible to ensure that they test before they come because we do not have control of the flights. People are coming from all over the world. The airlines are not able to ensure that. So we will not be able to test before they leave their point of departure. So when they get here, we have to test them. If you tested negative for the 2 to 4 days, you are quarantined in a place where you are not circulating with people. If after those 2 to 4 days you test negative again, then you can go home where you will be kept for 14 days with limited circulation. You can go to your home. We will monitor you at home. We will ensure that you do the right thing.
Concerns are also being expressed about passengers bearing the cost of quarantine.
We have in the United States now, our embassies are ensuring that persons decide where they want to, which of the facilities they would like. Their facilities with hotels if they want. They can go to a hotel that's been used. Everybody knows that True Blue Bay has been used. Other hotels have been used. Other facilities have been used. There are middle facilities where they can go. The cost varies depending on the facility. They will be given the list of places where they can be quarantined for the 2 to 4 days, and they will choose where they want to quarantine. And yes, they will be at the cost of the quarantine. They will be at the cost of the testing. There will be no cost to the taxpayer in this period.
Christina John, GBN News.
Meantime, more than 80 people stuck in the United States of America due to COVID-19 will make the homeward journey this weekend. Their return is being used to test Grenada's readiness for the reopening of the airport and resumption of commercial flights. GBN's Cherry and Blackman Stephen reports.
Tourism Minister Dr. Clarence Modest Cowan, other government officials and officials at the Morris Bishop International Airport, the MBIA, on Tuesday toured the airport ahead of a scheduled repatriated flight from the United States of America on Friday.
In one chair, vacant in all the lounges, arrivals, departure, that is how it's going to be. We have looked at the space for the arrivals where they're going to be testing, and so within the next 2 weeks we expect all of the infrastructure to be in place, and as I said, hopefully on Friday we will see our first flight bringing in Grenadians to be repatriated from the USA, and from then on we'll see what the airlines are offering persons to come into our country.
Minister Cowan said that the returnees will be screened and tested, as well as a questionnaire will be supplied to them to be filled out by all returnees. In addition, she said they will be monitored by a new tracking app created by Grenadian Chad Fraser.
Trying out from the last batch who came, we started to try out the app that does the tracking of people and their movements, which is so critical, just in case we have somebody who is infected, then we'll know exactly where they went and know exactly where to go. So a lot of things are happening to give us that sense of comfort, but more importantly, to give the Grenadian people that sense of comfort and, of course, visitors. So this is where we are.
Minister Modest Cowan said that despite financial constraints, government have been doing its best to meet repatriation's costs.
We are all aware that the revenues of government have significantly depleted, and therefore we will be asking, and we've communicated that to our embassy in Washington, that we will be asking them to contribute something to the testing. There will be just one flat cost, very reasonable, and I say that because there may be necessity to do repeat tests, but there will be just one charge, bearing in mind that everybody is suffering negatively from the impact of COVID. So that is being communicated so that when persons come, they will know that they have to contribute to the quarantine and to the testing.
Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Consultations between bus operators and the government continue. One issue that seems to have been settled is a continuation of the existing bus fare. Transport Minister Gregory Bowen says other forms of assistance are being sought.
Minister with responsibility for infrastructure development and transportation, Gregory Boeing, says the transportation system is one of the hardest hit during the COVID-19 pandemic. Although bus operators are back to work, consultations continue between both parties to settle outstanding issues. During a local media program on Wednesday, Minister Boeing said the 50 cents increase for bus fare can't happen now.
We empathize with the transportation sector. They might be the worst hit, and we're not doubting that. But the revenues for everybody have dropped significantly. Mm-hmm. So there are lots of people, and I think across the spectrum, the political spectrum, the economic spectrum, everyone supports that this is not the time.
The minister explained that government is making its contribution to bus operators.
Sanitization, that is costing government up to, right now it's about 40,000, but as more buses pick up, it's going to go to 50,000 a month. We are doing that. Mm-hmm. And they're the one that should do it. We said we'd have done it up to June, but we're continuing up to September with a review in August. So they do not have that additional cost as well.
And that 50,000, hopefully, it's island-wide,
Island-wide, yes. Then we have the bus terminal relief. You know, when you go into the bus terminals, you must pay a certain sum of money. Mm-hmm. I think it averages at 2, because some sector, those in association understand they pay 150, and if you're not in the association, you pay 250.
Minister Boeing said they continue to engage a cross-section of bus operators and businesses throughout the country, seeking means to extend assistance for bus operators.
And that is why we're moving to give them a relief with the terminal fees. It may be half, it may be quarter, but remember, terminal fees go to the Port Authority. So we are in strong conversation with the Port Authority to see what is the maximum that they can give and for how long.
Right.
So we're trying everything to help them. We're going so far, again, to work with them. I don't think that they are aware of this now. They may have brought it up. But to engage the banks and the financial institution and the insurances to ask them to give them a longer break. Spare parts. We want to ask the people to give the bus sector a break, because they're bringing the workers, yours, mine, everybody to place.
Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Police are yet to confirm reports of a case of alleged stealing at the parliamentary headquarters. GBN understands that a sum of money was removed from a bag belonging to the opposition leader's secretary. The money was allegedly stolen last Friday. Reports say that the alleged perpetrators provide ancillary services in the Parliament building and that their identities were revealed via closed-circuit camera footage. Clement has expressed concerns about the accommodation provided for the secretary in the lobby of the Parliament. Several calls were made to the opposition leader for verification of the reports, but those went unanswered. Efforts to get a report from the police proved futile. When contacted today, the Police Public Relations Department told GBN that they would seek information on the matter and revert to us, but up to news time, no information was forthcoming.
And this is the news at 7. Still to come, graduation classes of 2020 to be video streamed. And the daughter of Grenada, Amanda Seals, gets ready to host upcoming BET Awards. Do stay with us.
Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited invites its shareholders to attend a live virtual session of the 3rd Annual Shareholders Outreach Forum on June 18th, 2020, starting at 4:30 p.m. We will use this opportunity to enlighten you about your duties as a valued shareholder. Interested shareholders can call 420-2132 to let us know that you will attend our live virtual Shareholders Outreach Forum on June 18th, 2020.
Welcome home. free groceries for 1 year when you shop at the food fair. Up to $8,400 in groceries. Every $50 spent between June 15th and September 30th gives you the opportunity to enter into the grand prize draw for October 9th, 2020. Third prize, free groceries for 3 months. Second prize, free groceries for 6 months. And the grand prize, free groceries every month for 1 year. There will be exciting giveaways monthly. Food Fair, where you can fill your baskets without emptying your pockets. This promotion is sponsored by Food Fair Supermarket, Dutch Lady, Chief, Promo, Danny, and Supreme. Social distancing and hygienic protocols will be maintained at all times.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here even when the future seems unclear, because one thing is certain: you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load. With tropical shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with tropical. Can't wait. No package too big, too small. I cannot wait to ship with tropical. No package too big, too small. Just ship with tropical.
Local agents, George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited. A telephone number 440-8787, or visit our website at www.tropical.com. Email us at grenadasales@tropical.com. Tropical Shipping, committed to island life.
Our superheroes are all among us. They don't wear capes nor have superpowers. In fact, they appear to be quite ordinary. They are the ones who provide us with food. They are our farmers, our grocery store workers, our vendors. They are our fishermen. They are the ones who heal us, our doctors and medical practitioners. They are the ones who protect us, our police officers. They are all the other essential workers who make this period bearable. And how can we forget our teachers, dedicated to educating our children no matter the circumstance? To everyone who is doing their part to make sure the wheel keeps turning, Ariza says, thank you.
Easy living should be convenient. With Grenneck, it is. Dial 237 for any Grenneck department, or for customer service, streetlight outages, or if it's unsafe to trim a tree near a power line. For streetlights and service issues, please note the pole number. From just about anywhere, you can also check your bill balance and other account information. Just keep your Grenneck access number handy. Dial 237 for Grenneck. It's that easy. Grenneck, energizing our Grenada.
Celebrate this Father's Day at Pier 57's Sundays at the Pier Luncheon. Sunday, June 21st from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Enjoy the sounds of Jenny J and friends and musical selections by Selector Beast. Minimum 4 persons per group. $160 per person. Call or WhatsApp 407-5757 for reservations.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank. Republic Bank remains committed to providing all its valued customers with high quality and personalized service in a safe and comfortable environment. In order to maintain COVID-19 protocols while serving you, it has become necessary to arrange an appointment with your relationship officer or the customer service representative at your branch for the following products and services: loans, overdrafts, credit cards, new accounts to include savings, checking, certificate of deposit, and foreign currency, reactivation of dormant accounts, and private banking for existing customers only. You may also log on to our website, complete the application form for the service required, and submit via email to your specific branch. Requests for appointment can also be emailed to customerservice@republicgrenada.com or via private message on our Facebook page. For private banking service, kindly contact your specific branch via telephone. We look forward to welcoming you.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
This is News at 7. Welcome back. We're going on to the education beat this time, and we find milestones in education will be celebrated this year, but not in the traditional way, not with the pomp and ceremony seen on graduation day, which has become a big thing in Grenada. As we hear in this peer report, the format will be changed, and again, blame it on COVID-19.
Students scheduled to graduate for the year 2020 will not be able to have a traditional send-off ceremony between now and the end of August 2020. The decision was made by the Ministry of Education with guidance from the Ministry of Health due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Rather, schools can choose to have a deferred ceremony anytime in the upcoming academic year. Minister for Education Emmeline Pear explains that if any school request their graduation before August, the ceremony will have to be done virtually.
And in that virtual option, you can do a live stream of the graduation. So you can have your graduation hall and you can have your key people who participate in the program. So your guest speaker, your valedictorian, your principal, your school manager, the person doing the welcome, up to 20 people. You can facilitate those persons, maybe somebody for a very special award, something like that. You can accommodate up to 20 persons.
Schools that choose to video stream their ceremony will do so via the Ministry of Education's Zoom platform, and as such should apply to the ministry at least 2 weeks before the scheduled date. There must be a written commitment to adhere to the existing COVID-19 guidelines and protocols. And as the school year closes, Minister Pear also spoke of her ministry's decision to have school issue electronic academic reports rather than copies.
So the decision is that schools will proceed to provide report books electronically, meaning that the same information that is normally in your regular report book in the same or similar format, you're going to have that, but it's just that it would be a single page as opposed to a book in most cases. And that would be provided. Class teachers will make arrangement to forward those as they normally do other information to their parents. Now, if a parent really cannot access that electronically and does not want to wait for the new term, those persons are to communicate with the principal, and a special arrangement can be made between the principal and the parents so that that report book can be prepared and collected.
Parents who have no access to the internet should contact the principal of the school to make alternative arrangements. For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
So, Bev, a lot of changes. No report cards, no graduation. You have anybody who's graduating this year, Bev?
I actually have a brother who would have been graduating this year.
So how does he feel about that? I'm certain you were looking forward to going and taking all of these fancy pictures.
Yes, and it's rather disappointing because I was looking forward to going to see him do his graduation walk up to the podium, you know.
And collecting the certificate.
Definitely.
Ah, so sorry.
That's
but
okay.
I think you have a follow-up education story. Let's go.
Yes, I do. Many students are in limbo. They are not certain whether they would be back in the classroom for the new school term, as education officials play the wait-and-see game. Last evening, we looked at how students coped with the last semester. Tonight, they are looking ahead to what awaits.
Although COVID-19 interrupted the flow of learning for several university students, there are several positives which have arisen.
In terms of the time, I got more time to do my work, so I won't have to worry about getting up too early to probably rush to school. So that time I could probably use that to sleep or to study. It also increased my social support in terms of my classmates, because not that I don't interact with them whilst I was in school, but I interact with them more now than I used to before.
So what about the future? How do students feel about continuing with e-learning or returning to the physical classroom for the fall semester?
But if we were returning to the class, I would actually feel happy about it, because I prefer that physical interaction with the lecturers. But however, if that's not the case and we have to continue with the online learning, as I said, I adjusted to it quite well, so I wouldn't mind that. But I would prefer the physical classroom.
What about the future plans for the many recent graduates? How is COVID-19 impacting their future study plans?
Currently, airports are still closed because of the lockdown. And as a pilot, I need to build up my hours, gain more experience. And I can't do that right now. I'm currently at home. So hopefully, I'm looking forward for when the airports are reopened, when we're allowed to go back and fly, gain experience, gain our hours. In the industry as well, pilots are struggling. We are not getting the jobs that we want at the moment. So we just have to be patient and wait.
To the university students who may feel hopeless, helpless, or worried at this time and about the future,
be positive always. Have faith in yourself, have faith in the people that are trying to make things better, like the doctors, for example. Also, if they believe in God, have faith in God, because things will get better. And try and do things that would make you really forget about the negative impact of the pandemic. Try to do things that would make you feel better, just such as in yourself, do things that you like to do. Reach out to friends, family, utilize those resources to help you feel more secure, and most of all, be strong.
Great advice. The 2020 BET Awards will be hosted by actress-comedian of Grenadian parentage, Amanda Seales. The BET Awards is an American award show that was established in 2001 by the Black Entertainment Television Network to celebrate African Americans and other American minorities in music, acting, sports, and other fields of entertainment over the past year. The news of Seales hosting was announced by the network on Monday. Seales posted the official flyer on her Instagram page on Tuesday. She recently resigned from the talk show The Real after hosting for 6 months. Seales often hails Grenada during her TV appearances and on her social media posts. Over to you, Mrs. Campbell.
Well, indeed, good news for Grenada, as they say, pick up Grenada. Still to come, Gov Health Center being opened, and the people there are very happy for that development. Stay with us. This is News at 7.
the Esplanade Mall. Something for everyone. Go on a shopping spree today and experience some magic. It's new, innovative and classy, and a cut above the rest. Your one-stop shop for bathtubs, kitchenette, customized doors and windows, and even a new paint job. We also sell quartz and solid surface countertops. At M&N Hardware, we offer best prices, excellent service, efficiency, and reliability. Visit us at Dusty Highway, Grandin, St. George, or call telephone number 440-6757. M&N Hardware, from foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Attention, attention. Spice Gas makes it easy for you. The Spice Gas Retailers Network will deliver the cooking gas directly to your home. The Spice Gas bottles are lighter, cleaner, safer, explosion-proof, rust-free, translucent, allowing you to see how much gas is left in the bottle. Spice Gas bottles comes with guarantee seal. No seal, no deal. Call or WhatsApp Spice Gas now, 415-1446, 423-1446. Email sales@spicegas.net. We deliver. Spice Gas Grenada, cooking safely.
Hills and Valley Pharmacy offers both wholesale and retail pharmaceutical and over-the-counter products. We have the most competitive and affordable prices. We are the agents for Vit Plus multivitamin for healthy everyday lifestyle and Sonatrogene powder. Hills and Valley Pharmacy supplies the best quality, name brand clinical products such as Rescue Oil, Bio Oil, Neutrogena, Aveeno, and Clarisil. We offer the most convenient opening hours. Our telephone numbers are 435-6904 or 6903. Remember, at Hills and Valley Pharmacy, your health is our business. We care.
Now open Hills and Valley Medicare Center, your one-stop for medical supplies, massage therapy, physiotherapy, and an in-house physician. At Hills and Valley, your health is our business.
Ovio.com. Sale. All the outlets, hotspot outlets. You're going to go to the Carnage, the Grenville, or the Sutter's hotspot, and you get sales and deals on all items. You can get these on potato, you can get these on saltfish, onion, garlic, mackerel, toilet paper, and we even have the currants and the raisin at $10 per pound, lowest price island-wide. So people just come down or go up or go across, but just make sure and go to hotspots.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
The Grenada Distillers Limited joins the government and people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique in the fight against COVID-19. Only together we can beat this pandemic. As a corporate citizen, we have temporarily stopped the production of rum, and our focus has been on the production of a sanitizing solution to assist in the fight against this dreadful pandemic. We have commenced free distribution to the senior citizens' homes, children's homes, and other vital organizations around the country, and made this product available to you at supermarkets and pharmacies island-wide. We encourage you to please listen and obey the guidelines issued by our health authority and the Royal Grenada Police Force. Together, and only together, we can beat COVID-19.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
And we start off the third segment with good news for the people of Guelph. They're welcoming a new medical facility in the parish. On GBN's run through the fishing Mecca on Tuesday, we spoke with several residents.
It's quite exciting to know that clean, accessible healthcare is in our community. It's an improvement. It could help along the way. 29 June Guelph is a community where others have a lot of activity, and people do get injured. You know, accidents do happen, and it's right there, so the problem will be solved easily.
It's nice to have in the health center near to us, and that is a good thing for me too, because I'm not too well.
I doing guard work day. If in case I get a cut, I can't time to go quite in St. George's. I'll just go right there. Good health center in St. John, because now Victoria will come there, Concord will come up, Granary will come up. Yeah, so by that, I appreciate that in St. John's is a new, development.
Facility for the people of Guelph, and not only Guelph, maybe higher up Victoria Southeast and the western side. Yeah, because if something happens up and you have to go right to St. George's, there is a closer place, you will get assistance and maybe save life and everything. So it's a very good thing.
The three-story health facility will accommodate an operating theater, an eye care center, maternity rooms, a mechanical lift, dentistry facilities, a laundry, and other services.
Grenada joined in celebrating Desertification and Drought Day today. It is observed by the United Nations each year to call attention to various environmental issues.
As populations become larger, wealthier, and more urbanized, there is far greater demand for land to provide food, animal feed, and fiber for clothing. Meanwhile, the health and productivity of existing land used for growing crops is declining, worsened by climate change. In her address to the nation on World Day to combat desertification and drought this year, Minister for Agriculture, Yolande Bain-Horsford, shed light on the ongoing demand for lands for urban expansion and how it affects the availability of lands for agriculture.
As we seek to implement mitigation measures, Desertification and Drought Day seeks to regulate the use of food, feed, and fiber, thus promoting the wise use of our land resources that support all life forms. It is estimated by 2020, an extra 593 million hectares of agricultural land will be required for food production. Water in food production could reach 10 to 13 trillion cubic meters annually. Land used for grazing and grain production to feed animals will account for 80% of agricultural land globally.
Minister Bain-Horsford promoted optimal use of land resources, especially during this time when demand for products of the land is at an all-time high.
It is important to note that globally, almost 75% of all lands have been transformed from its natural state, and the pace of conversion is accelerating. This puts lands for agricultural use at a disadvantage as the demands for lands for urban expansion and infrastructure are growing, which contribute to the advent of climate change. It is projected that by 2050, the planet will be home to 10 billion people deserving of food and fashion, which require prompt changes to lifestyles, thus influencing business practices and policies.
The Agriculture Minister says her ministry has embarked on a number of initiatives centered on land and drought.
My ministry is taking the lead through drafted and soon-to-be approved policies that focus on land and drought. With the soon-to-commence UNDP, GEF, Ecosystem and Landscape Restoration Project that will focus on restoration of degradation projects and is about to submit to GEF with our regional brothers a project named Soil Care that will focus on enhancing our soils to guarantee their fertility for the next generations.
It's time for another fascinating photo. GBN ISA comes to you compliments, Clear Vision Eye Center.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISA is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. Changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
Tonight's ISA reporter submitted a photograph of what she considered albino cashews. The usually red-colored fruit is pictured having a pale yellowish color. You can send in your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 and our other social media platforms.
Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited invites its shareholders to attend a live virtual session of the 3rd Annual Shareholders Outreach Forum on June 18th, 2020, starting at 4:30 p.m. We will use this opportunity to enlighten you about your duties as a valued shareholder. Interested shareholders can call 420-2132 to let us know that you will attend our live virtual Shareholders Outreach Forum on June 18th, 2020.
Welcome home.
Moms are always special. We give them teddies, hugs, kisses, chocolates, perfumes, and jewelry. All the softer things in life. But for Father's Day, Europa offers 15% discount off all machines store-wide. Come in and choose your favorite machine and instantly get 15% off. Walk in style and walk out with a smile. This Father's Day. Sale starts June 15th and ends June 20th. Europa. We service what we sell.
The Grenada Distillers Limited joins the government and people of Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique in the fight against COVID-19. Only together we can beat this pandemic. As a corporate citizen, we have temporarily stopped the production of rum, and our focus has been on the production of a sanitizing solution to assist in the fight against this dreadful pandemic. we have commenced free distribution to the senior citizens' homes, children's homes, and other vital organizations around the country, and made this product available to you at supermarkets and pharmacies island-wide. We encourage you to please listen and obey the guidelines issued by our health authority and the Royal Grenada Police Force. Together, and only together, we can beat COVID-19.
Do you still have EC 1 and 2 cent coins? If you do, then you have until the end of this month, 30th June, to spend them, exchange, or deposit them at your commercial bank. After 30th June, you will not be able to use your 1 and 2 cents as they will no longer be legal tender. Find them, spend them, exchange, or deposit them at your commercial bank. Act now and receive value for your 1 and 2 cent coins by 30th June.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, Daisy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
At Communal, we are adapting to meet the changing needs of our shareholders and members. Times are changing, and with the changing times comes a whole new way to do business. Our parents may have done their banking a different way. Communal's state-of-the-art online banking and international debit card allows members to do business with great ease. It's like literally having a branch in your very own hands. Need a loan? Apply online from the comfort of your own home anywhere in the world, and your request will be dealt with remotely. Want to transfer between your accounts or another shareholder? No wait time for transactions to update. Voila! Who needs receipts when you can receive them via e-statements on your mobile device and save the environment? Not a Communal member? You can join our family today by applying online. At Communal, we see you working hard to ensure that you save, invest, and grow. Communal. Join us today. This will be the best financial decision you have ever made. My name is Hollis, Mr. Killer Map, and I endorse this message.
You know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. Rechanging the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
Keeping an eye on the weather, this is GBN. We've got you covered.
Weather for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique valid for tonight and the following 3 days. Weather tonight, partly cloudy, hazy, and breezy with few brief showers. Tonight's minimum temperature, 25 degrees Celsius. A reduction in visibility is due to moderate dense haze. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour, gusting higher with showers. Seas moderate to slightly rough, waves 5 to 7 feet in open waters. A marine advisory remains in effect. Tides low at 6:30 p.m. and high at 1:15 a.m. Sunrise tomorrow, 5:44. Weather for Thursday, June 18th, partly cloudy, hazy, and breezy, with few brief showers, increasing in cloudiness during the afternoon, with a few widely scattered showers and the possible isolated thunder shower. Weather for Friday, June 19, partly cloudy to cloudy, hazy and breezy, with a few brief showers and the possible isolated thunder shower. And weather for Saturday, June 20th, partly cloudy to overcast and hazy with some widely scattered showers and the possible isolated thunder shower, improving during the night. Stay with us, the sports is up next.
Well, good evening, sporting fans. The Windies players continue to try to get ready and get in shape for the upcoming series against England. This and more in sports with James Saunders.
Well, cricket occupies the crease now, and West Indies batsman Shai Hope wants to play a key role in the England series and improve his test batting average in the process. Well, Hope became the first batsman to amass hundreds in both innings of a first-class match at Headingley, admitted his modest test record is a source of frustration, but he continues to back himself that he can deliver.
West Indies batsman Shai Hope says his teammates are settling quite well in the United Kingdom as they prepare for the three-game test series against England starting next month. Hope has been among the runs for the Caribbean side and is expected to play a key role with the bat. So is he happy batting at position number 3, or does he want it to be higher or maybe even lower?
Honestly, just batting, because regardless of which position I bat, I have to contribute in whichever way I can, and it doesn't matter if I start at the top or in the middle order, so the key is to get as many runs for the team.
Hope averages 27.23 in Test cricket, while in ODIs it's a healthy 52.20. The 26-year-old says it's difficult to say what's the reason for the contrasting stats, but wants to better his average in the longest format.
Honestly, I can't put or pinpoint anything at this stage. It's just because I wouldn't say my preparation has changed. I don't think it's anything major when it comes to my technical side of the game. Obviously, there's certain things that you can tweak as you go along, but having said that, it's probably more of a mental thing. As I said, you just get out more in test cricket, it seems. So hopefully I can turn around, especially in this series, and move on from there.
Due to the coronavirus pandemic, the matches are going to be played behind closed doors, and Hope says he will have to get used to it since he prefers the crowds.
For me personally, I love when the crowds are packed. I love when everyone is shouting at you in the stands. It just drives me. But it depends on the player, what motivates them to go out there and give that extra push. But it's going to take some getting used to, and I'm sure it goes the same for everyone, not just us as West Indians.
The last time the West Indies played in England, which was 2017, the men from the Caribbean went under 2-1, with Hope getting both his Test hundreds on that tour. Vinod Narawani, TV6 Sport.
Well, while the men are away, the women they're looking for a coach to play, as Cricket West Indies has shortlisted 4 candidates for the final stage of the recruitment process for the role of full-time head coach for the West Indies women's team. The candidates, all of West Indian heritage, progressed from the initial interview stage, which concluded last week. The successful candidate will be named once the final interviews have been conducted, and of course we're going to be keeping our eyes trying to find out. It's time to dribble back over to football, where German giants Bayern Munich, they clinched their 8th straight domestic title. But we start over in Spain, where Lionel Messi scored his 699th career goal as Barcelona made good of their first game back home when they beat Leganes 2-0. The Blaugrana broke the deadlock through the 17-year-old sensation Ansu Fati in the 42nd minute. And then Lionel Messi, he would step up to seal the deal with a penalty in the 69th minute, his 699th career goal for club and country. Over in Germany, Bayern Munich edged Werder Bremen 1-0 with a solitary item being scored in the 43rd through Mr. Goal scorer Robert Lewandowski. And with that, the Bavarians clinching their 8th straight domestic title. 699 goals scored in the 69th minute. It's time to check out what's happening in the world of sport linked to COVID-19. We focus on cricket, tennis, and football.
Let's start with cricket. The Men's T20 World Cup in Australia is unlikely to take place this year because of coronavirus. So says Cricket Australia chairman Earl Eddings. The tournament, which involves 16 teams, is due to run from October 18th to November 15th at 7 venues. In tennis, Nick Kyrgios says the United States Tennis Association is being selfish by intending to stage the US Open from August 31st. On Wednesday, organizers are expected to set out how the Grand Slam will go ahead behind closed doors. Some players have voiced concerns over the plans, with New York still recording hundreds of coronavirus cases per day. Kyrgios says he will get his hazmat suit ready for when he travels. And in football, discussions have started about fans attending Premier League matches again. This comes from Chief Executive Richard Masters. The English top flight restarts on Wednesday after a 100-day break because of the coronavirus pandemic, with fixtures played behind closed doors. Masters has not put a time frame on a return of fans to stadiums, but says talks have begun with the government. Vinod Nawani, TV6 Sport.
Our probe around the globe begins in Trinidad and Tobago, where activists have requested an audience with the mayor to tell him why the statue of Christopher Columbus must be torn down immediately. In recent weeks, demonstrators across the globe have removed similar monuments in Columbus's name, saying he had a criminal past. More in this TV6 report.
Now, this is the controversial statue that has persons up in arms. Now, this monument was donated to the people of Port of Spain in 1880. Now, Columbus would have discovered Trinidad in 1498, but activists say he was no hero. According to director of the Crossroads Freedom Project, Shabaka Campbell, Christopher Columbus must not be honored in any form or fashion for his atrocities.
We have a petition with over 8,000 signatures. We have the poll that was conducted by the City Corporation overwhelmingly in favor of removal. We have all the leading academics in the region saying the statue has to be removed. And we have a broad coalition of civil society organizations that says the same thing. The statue has to go. Anything else would be a subversion of the will of the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
But while agreeing with Mr. Campbell that Columbus is guilty of wicked acts, historian and author of Christopher Columbus, a close look at the man and his voyage, Michael Anthony believes there is no need to remove the statue.
But I never tried to hide the fact that Columbus was a butcher. Many of these people with him, they're butchers. But the very fact that he was connected then, the old world to the new, he connected the old world to the new. And from that, we came on the scene afterwards. I personally would not have cried out for Columbus's statue to come down. I wouldn't have.
Mr. Anthony says Columbus has a place in this country's history.
I just like the idea that the statue was there because, you know, if there's something like history, and if history is meaningful, then it's a nice thing to have this man there.
However, Mr. Campbell maintains the names of all public landmarks need to be reviewed.
Along the lines of that, which was set up a couple of days ago by Mayor Sadiq Khan in London, to review everything and to report to the people. Everything has to be judged on its own merit, right? The time for Columbus is past. We need to start thinking about the monument to indigenous resistance that will replace Christopher Columbus.
Wednesday's meeting with Mayor Martinez and the Crossroads Freedom Project is scheduled for 11 a.m. at City Hall in Port of Spain. Marlon Hopkinson, TV6 News.
Hopefully Marlon will update us tomorrow on the outcome of that meeting. Antigua and Barbuda's Prime Minister Gaston Brown has hinted that general elections could be held as early as November next year. That's 2021. Polls are constitutionally due in 2023. Brown is predicting that the ruling Antigua Labour Party would improve on the 15 of the 17 seats it won in the 2018 snap elections. In fact, he thinks the ruling party would sweep all the seats. 2 days ago, the main opposition United Progressive Party, the UPP, named its first 4 candidates for the next elections. We're moving on now to India-China clashes. The Indian and Chinese foreign ministers have exchanged protests over clashes in a disputed Himalayan border area, which led to the deaths of at least 20 Indian troops. India said China tried to erect a structure inside Indian territory, while China said Indian troops attacked first. But in a phone call, both men promised not to escalate the situation. That's in a phone call between the two foreign affairs ministers. It was first a deadly clash at the disputed border region for at least 45 years. Soldiers reportedly brawled with sticks and bats, but no shots were fired. China has not released casualty figures. Unconfirmed reports in Indian media say at least 40 Chinese soldiers died. Some Indian soldiers are still believed to be missing. Earlier, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the Indian deaths will not be in vain and that India would be proud that their soldiers died fighting the Chinese in the clash in the Ladakh region on Monday. We're moving over now where Beijing, we find, is raising the alert. The Chinese capital of Beijing has raised its alert level after 137 people tested positive in a new outbreak of the novel coronavirus. Hundreds of flights have been cancelled and schools and universities have been shut. We get details in this Al Jazeera report.
Most flights in and out of Beijing are cancelled, but these travelers are trying to leave while they can. The Chinese capital is in the middle of its most serious outbreak of coronavirus since February.
I'm leaving now because the outbreak is a bit serious and I'm afraid of being infected, so I want to escape back to home soon.
On Wednesday, the government raised its emergency response level to tackle the spread of new infections linked to Beijing's largest wholesale food market. Schools and universities have been shut, and people have been urged not to leave the city. Infections in 4 other provinces have already been linked to the outbreak in Beijing. In some areas, quarantine measures are being introduced for those coming from the capital.
All kinds of medical and health institutions, schools, institutions for the elderly, subway and public transport have been raised to a higher level in terms of epidemic prevention and control, and measures will be fully implemented to prevent key personnel from leaving Beijing. We will resolutely curb the spread of the virus in and outside the city.
Health workers have been dispatced from across the city to Beijing's Ditan Hospital, designated as a COVID-19 treatment center.
The 100 transferred medical staff consists of 24 doctors, 62 nurses, 8 people from a clinical laboratory and 6 from radiology. To enhance the treatment capacity of severe cases, Jiang Li, a doctor who played an important role in the expert group for treating critical patients in Wuhan, also joined the treatment team for severe cases in Ditan Hospital.
The government is urgently testing hundreds of thousands of people and has put a number of residential compounds under complete lockdown. Food markets and restaurants in a city of 20 million people are being disinfected. Officials seem determined not to let Beijing turn into another Wuhan, even as health experts warn the virus detected in these new cases seems more contagious. Priyanka Gupta, Al Jazeera.
And that takes us to the end of our probe around the globe. Do stay with us. When we come back, a recap of the main points in tonight's news. Stay with us. Recapping the main points of the news this evening, July 1 announced as official date for airport reopening.
Grenadians stuck in New York on their way back in this weekend.
Government says it's seeking more assistance for bus operators.
In sports, Shea Hope aims to improve numbers in Test cricket.
And around the globe this evening, we learned that activists in Trinidad are calling for the tearing down of the Christopher Columbus statue. And Beijing raises the COVID-19 alert level after a new outbreak.
If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Beverly Telesford.
And I'm Odette Campbell. Good night.